From the Appetite for Destruction release that is Guns N' Roses with Rocket Queen. And opening up the show tonight, we heard a cover of Black Sabbath featuring Ronnie James Dio with Heaven and Hell featuring our own Veronica Freeman on lead vocal with Benedictum from their Uncreation release. And a guy that, the guy who creates the mayhem here on the Classic Metal Show, he's waiting in the wings. Welcome to the mic, my partner and friend, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
I really miss Veronica's big fucking titties. Jesus Christ, man. Veronica's the shit.
Where is she?
I talk to her now and again because I'm doing some work with her outside of music. But, she's being Veronica. Do I need to really explain more than that?
No, not at all. The last communique I had with her was way back in February.
Wow.
So she just off the map. And Eric Braverman last week when he was on the show, he mentioned her and he says something about Veronica, and he says what the last time anyone heard from her.
Yeah, she has definitely gone ghost on the music thing. And dude, even I'm doing a couple of jobs with her, a couple of websites and whatnot. And she actually is working with my son more than me. So I still don't even hear from her either. But, I guess she traded up, got the younger model or something.
I guess.
So, even with her, I'm happy to cash her checks. I'm certainly happy to do that. But, I don't hear from her that much. I mean, she does email and whatnot, and she's good. I can reveal that big news flash. Veronica is okay, but she's just doing her thing, and she's not really doing a lot of music right now.
I gotcha. Well, I usually there was a time there where I would at least get a text from her at least once a week.
Right.
And then, she's just one of those people. She's around and then she goes away and then she comes back and she's around for a while and then she goes away.
Maybe you've lost your usefulness.
I don't know what it is. It's kind of bizarre. I think she gets tired of me giving her a lecture about responsibility. And if you say you're going to do something, you got to do it. Instead of flaking every time you say, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to call you now, or I'm going to do that, and then not do it. It's just like, you know what? If you can't keep your commitments, don't make a commitment.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. When I was listening to last week's version of Veronica's podcast, never mind.
Yeah, she's something else, but still love her though. I mean, haven't heard much from her, obviously, in a few months, but whatever. I just hope she's, if she's got something in the fire, I hope it happens for her. But if not, it was great, enjoying her performance while she did it.
Well, if you would like, I will be speaking to her this week. I can most certainly put a bug in her ear to throw you at least a text and say, hey.
I could call her or text her anytime. It's just that when she goes MIA like that, it's just like, I'm not going to go, where are you? What are you doing? How come I haven't heard from you? What are you doing?
Right.
I could call her right now if I wanted to, but it's like, she's obviously MIA for a reason.
Yeah. Well, and there's stuff I could tell you, but I will not say on the air out of respect for her situation.
Right. Of course. I get it. Well, anyway, on to other things. It is Memorial Day weekend. It's a long weekend. I was looking forward to this, having that extra day off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired. I don't know what it is. I'm just kind of like, in this funk. I'm just like,
right.
But, I'm gonna go away for a couple of days next weekend. I'm gonna go to Philadelphia.
Look at you!
And I do have my plane tickets in hand, so that is definitely happening.
All right, so time to start looking for a co-host.
Oh, I thought you already had that lined up.
I sort of do, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, I got tickets yesterday, and I talked to Mr. Dawkin yesterday for a while, and talked about, what the plan is for next weekend and attending this horror fest.
Yeah.
So flying in Friday night and coming home Sunday morning.
All right, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's just a quick turnaround, but looking forward to just going, doing something new and hanging out and seeing interesting people, I guess.
Right.
But I did get the whole scoop on the 80s Music Con.
Oh, yeah? How was it? Was it great?
No. He said that Bobby Brown was a no-show. So she didn't show up. He said Tawny Contain looked weird.
Right.
He said, boy, that girl did not age very well. He said that over the 2 days that he was there, if he saw 100 people total over the 2-day period, that would be shooting high.
Right.
And whoever the promoter is, obviously they did not make any money at this. They probably lost their ass big time.
But Don's check cashed?
Oh yeah, he got paid up front.
Good for him.
So he got paid. Ron Jeremy was there. Ricky Rackman was there. Obviously, Tawny Contain. Greg D'Angelo was there. Stephen Piercy. The guy from Saved by the Bell. The
Mr. Belding.
Yeah, he was there, but he said nobody even bothered with that guy. It was like nobody had any interest or probably didn't even know who the guy was.
Right.
And he said the promoter was getting, Don said the promoter was getting kind of mad at him because he was giving away his shit for nothing.
Don was?
Yeah.
Well, Don didn't want to do it. He just wanted his 10 grand.
Yeah. So he said, he says, I was giving away stuff for free. He says, I wasn't going to sit there charging people for autographs and crap like that.
Right.
He said that was kind of getting under the skin of the other people who were there to hawk their merchandise.
Right.
But he was just like, you know what, dude, I'm not going to sit here and make change and charge money. He says, if somebody wanted a picture, get their CD or album signed. He said, I just did it. It's like, what am I going to do?
Right. No, I hear you.
Yeah. So he said it was, that is not fun. He said this was just not fun for me, going all the way across the country and, sitting in a room or in a booth and saying hello and signing shit. He said, it's just not my thing.
Right. No, it's definitely not his. That's not his normal thing. But hey, at least he made his money. Look, in any time we hear about these situations, what do we always say? We hope everybody gets paid.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is when I heard about the outcome of that thing, looking back at the analyzing it as we did about a month ago. Yeah. We were pretty dead on.
Right.
Our analysis of what we thought it would turn out to be, we were pretty dead on.
Well, how could we have been wrong? We knew it was going to be a fucking abortion.
Yeah, but how does somebody who has, invests money into a thing like this hoping to come out whole, if not ahead, how do they not know this?
Well, dude, I mean, whenever you book a event like this in a big town like Sturbridge, how could you not expect to do massive amounts of people? Sturbridge, Massachusetts.
I know, but that's the thing. At what point does it go through somebody's head that this is a good idea?
Well, you know what? This guy probably watched a shit ton of TV in the 80s, was a big fan, and, jerked his dick watching Tawny Contain roll around in the Whitesnake videos, and when Bobby Brown was rolling around on her car during the Warrant videos, the cherry pie and whatever.
Right, exactly.
It was like, oh, people are going to come out. Samantha Fox with those big fucking titties, she's definitely going to draw people. And the sheer volume of chicks that he had at this thing made me think that he was totally going for the sex sells angle, except for they're not sexy anymore.
Yeah, it's 30 years too late.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching your grandmother fucking roll around on a car now. Who wants to see that?
Right. But
especially Tawny Contain, who looks like her fucking face got stuffed into a Play-Doh fun stuff fucking factory.
The Tawny Katane Play-Doh Fun Factory of Life.
Could you just see somebody? You ever seen that commercial where they stuff the Play-Doh in and they like pull that ratchet thing down?
Yeah.
And it squirts out the thing. Could you just see Tawny Katane's face coming out the other side? Just
yep.
There it is. What's left of that fucked up face?
Yeah.
Just horrible.
Yeah, I agree. Well, anyway, it definitely was not a successful venture on the part of the promoter, and like I said,
how many did Don say showed?
About 100 over the 2-day, Saturday and Sunday. He said about 100 people.
So 100. Weren't the tickets 20?
I don't know. I can't remember what it costs, but
so if the tickets, let's say the tickets were 30 times 100. $3,000.
Yeah, that didn't even pay for the plane flights or hotel or nothing.
That doesn't pay Don halfway.
No, not at all. And you had Stephen Piercy to pay, and Tawny Katane, and Ricky Rackman, and the Mr. Belding, and
the hottie from Expose,
and Chip's Enough, and
Chip was there, huh?
Yeah,
Did he show?
Yeah, Chip was there.
Of course, Chip showed. Chip will show for if there's a check on the table. Chip's there.
Right.
Fuck yeah, good for him. Good for all those guys. That's what I say.
As long as, and then, of course, I don't know if you've ever been up in the Northeast, but, the traffic up there is just horrible. And, Don said that, the ride to and from the airport was like 3 hours. It's only like 60 miles to Boston. To get to the Boston airport over there, but he said because of the construction and the traffic and all that, he said it was about a 3-hour ride.
Wow!
To get from Boston to Sturbridge.
3 hours.
Yeah, 60 miles. It was like 60 or 65 miles.
Well, that 20 mile an hour moving traffic. That's not annoying or anything.
Not at all. Just
I'm
terrible.
surprised you weren't getting calls during that ride with him going, "This fucking place fucking sucks."
So, and I was, we were talking about that, and I said, well, that makes me, leery of the Loud and Lima show.
Oh, why?
Well, because, again, you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And, I don't know what kind of promotion this promoter putting on that show is doing. I don't know if he's doing radio or any kind of ads somewhere.
Dude, stop it. He has a Facebook page.
Okay. Forget it. Stupid. But if you think about it,
yeah.
There are cities within an hour's distance or so, but if nobody knows about it, what good is that?
Yeah, well, yeah. But Lima's such a shithole with nothing going on in it. You got to think that this is fucking Christmas and 4th of July and everything all rolled into one.
Yeah, but will they make enough money to pay all the talent that they brought in for that?
Well, probably not, but, I guess South Gang gets fucked again or whoever.
South Gang.
Whatever shitty band is in the low end of the bill.
Right.
All the locals are making nothing.
because they are bringing in Three Doors Down and Steel Panther, and of course the great Eddie Trunk will be there.
Well, that's at least they got Eddie. That's got to be good for 2-3 good asses in the seats.
Sure.
Eddie Trunk making an appearance.
I mean, obviously we're gonna go.
Yeah, we're going.
We're going, but I just hope it doesn't tank. I mean, I hope it's successful. I really do.
Well, we're going to definitely have backstage for that, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because I don't want to be out with the riffraff from Lima.
Exactly.
Fuck that. Dude, I don't want to sit in the strip club in Lima. I sure as fuck don't want to sit out there with these people in like a regular environment.
Right.
Hey, boy! Who's that up there? Is that there Steel Panther? Fuck that. I have no interest in a bunch of fucking oil derrick dicks fucking and tank makers.
Right.
Hanging out with those fucks.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Well, Don said that another show that he was going to do with Jack Russell's Great White.
Yeah.
Out in Kearney, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
that one got canceled because, I think the pre-sales on that was like 150 tickets, but there's like nobody out there.
Right.
It's like out in the middle of nowhere. So there was just like, you know what? It's more trouble for me to get there than it's worth.
Right.
Because, he said I'd have to fly into Denver. Then I have to take like a prop jet to some little airport out in the middle of a cornfield. Right. He said, and there was like a 4-hour layover in Denver. And then you have to get out of that place and then go back to a regular airport. Then they were going to jet up to, I think like Portland, Oregon the following day for a show.
Wow.
And he said it's almost like the promoter did him a favor by canceling the show. He said because the flights and the arrangement, it was just a nightmare.
Right.
Just trying to get out there to this small little far away place.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Well, you know what? I guess when you get to this point in your career, that's what you got to do, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but again, I understand people around the world want entertainment, but boy, when you got to try to go to these, far and away places and not, places that do not accommodate commercial plane traffic.
Right,
and
sure.
And you have to take smaller transportation from some major airport out to, the middle of bumfuck Egypt or something.
Why do I see Don in a fucking, like a prop plane, fucking hitching a ride because he has to sit through them crop dusting?
Yeah, it's a crop duster.
Hold on, Don. We're gonna get you there. We're gonna get you to your gig as soon as we fucking spray the insecticide on the farm.
Yeah, we're gonna make a pass over this field here. And then we'll get you to the airport, okay?
Just hang tight.
Nice. So anyway, I'm
or can you just see Don fucking riding on like a 2-wing plane and he's standing on he's like all strapped in, standing on the top wing, and they're doing loops.
Yeah, exactly.
So
kind of like a wing walker or something.
Right. Don has to be part of the air show in order to get to the air show to perform.
It's too funny. So anyway, I'm going to go to Philadelphia next week, so
it's cool.
That should be okay, and then then we'll kick off summer.
Yeah, there we go. And we'll kick it off with 3 fucking million downloads, baby.
Yeah, that's right. I predict somewhere around June 8th.
Yes.
We will pass 3 million downloads. So once again, thank you, CMS fans, for, listening and downloading the show.
For having so little taste, we thank you.
Yeah. But that will have put us over. That'll make 1 million downloads in under 10 months.
Nice.
Under 10 months. So that's 100,000 downloads a month.
Yeah.
Because we crossed our 2 million download, I believe it was August 18th last year.
Okay. So
we'll be crossing another million June 8th of this year.
That's because we rule.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So I'm always surprised when I see those numbers racking up.
So let's get to 4 million by December.
Is it possible? Sure, it's possible.
We just need a little spike. We need something. Can we cause trouble or something? Maybe get some kind of legal controversy going that'll get a lot of people listening.
Yeah, if we could get some national attention on the news or something.
We have that Quiet Riot record that we could put out. We could just put it out there illegally and say, "Hey, fuck you, cocksuckers! It's out there," and we put it out there. That's classic metal show on Spreaker.
Right.
So what if you sue us?
Yeah, I don't think that's the type of attention we're looking for, or that's not. And even if it was, it certainly is only going to grab the attention maybe 10 more listeners.
Exactly. We went from 3 million to 3,000,010 downloads.
That's it.
Based on that big Quiet Riot population influx. Hey, there's Don right there on the plane.
Yeah, there it is.
There's Don arriving at the gig.
Yep. Flying into Kearney, Nebraska.
That's right. So good.
Nebraska. Did you see that? Did you see that meme that Carolina Cookie Burner put in the chat room at the beginning of the show?
For what?
The porn movie.
Oh yeah, the Neely fucks
yeah,
certain ethnic style.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Neely fucks what? Amsterdamese?
Yeah, something like that.
Is that what it is?
What the hell is he doing?
What was it? Look, Neely fucks what? Spanish women?
Yeah, something like that. Wow.
I can't believe that Neely fucks Native Americans like that. I can't wait for the show on UPN.
Right. What is he doing?
What are you doing? Forget him.
Well, what made him to think to do something like that?
He knows your love for the I don't know, Islamic women.
Yeah.
He knows your love for fucking tapping that ass under the burqa.
Apparently. What do I know? So
Allah Akbar indeed, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to reiterate that in the chat room, of course.
Of course he did.
As if we had no idea what it said.
Oh, was I mistaken by the ethnicity, Carolina? Did I get that wrong somehow?
We had to correct you.
Thanks. I guess I misspoke when I said every other ethnicity except black, you fucking racist.
Well, you get it right, Chris.
Sorry.
So aside from doing the show, which I know you were looking forward to. Oh, by the way, how is your health? Are you back and healthy now?
No. My back is still kind of fucked. It's better, but I've been at the chiropractor a couple of times this week. It wasn't my back after all. I mean, my back is still hurting, but I dislocated my pelvis.
How did that happen? Were you doing some Elvis moves?
Yeah, that was what it was. I was doing jailhouse rock, and my fat jailhouse cock dislocated my fucking hip. No, I was dude, as dumb as this sounds, and I swear it's the truth. I'm on the phone. I hang up the phone. I was laying in bed on a phone call, midnight or whatever. I hang up the phone. I roll over to go take a piss to go to bed. Fucking fell straight to the floor. The pain took me straight down. It just dislocated. It just fell out. And I don't. It was weird because my hips had been sore for about 2 days. And I thought it was just DDP, because I actually had upgraded from doing the fucking pussy DDP to like a little bit more serious DDP.
Okay.
So I thought maybe just my hips were tired or some shit. When you step up to a different level, you get tired. I didn't think nothing of it, but now looking back, I'm like, man, there was something fucking wrong, and it just, that movement that night just popped it out of whack. And it's still, I've been to the chiropractor twice, and I have to go back Wednesday, and it's still, it's still kind of fucked, but I'm better. I can walk around now, and as long as I stretch every time I get up, then I'm okay. But if I just try to like stand up, I'm just fucking a disaster. It's like 10 minutes of fucking, of me limping around and being all hunched over like I'm 78.
Well, what did the chiropractor say? What did he say caused that?
He didn't. He just said that my pelvis was 3 inches higher on one side than the other, where the muscles snapped it up. It dislocated and the muscles pulled it up.
Wow.
So he put me on that chair, and holy mother of Christ, did I fucking cry like a little girl when he popped it back into place. He's like, I don't know what this, it's like this table, and you've seen it on like movies where they put their face in and then like, somebody starts fingering your asshole. Oh, sorry. That's my kind of movies, not the ones you're watching. But, no, it was one of those tables, and it had like all these different things in the middle of it that like pop in and out. And so he's like massaging and moving this table back and forth, trying to get the bones all aligned. And all of a sudden he like hits a foot pedal or something, and the whole thing drops down where it's trying to shift your bones into place or something.
Right.
And when he got it, I was like, ah! Fucking screaming. That fucking shit hurt. But, you know, he looked at it again. He popped it back in Wednesday. He looked at it again Thursday and said that it was still in place, but it still hurts like fucking hell.
Well, I'm sure it does.
You know, so it's, I'm going back on Wednesday to get another look. And, you know, I got a feeling I'm not done with the chiro anytime soon, but, you know, in any event, I can sleep a little bit and I can walk. And, you know, I'm a lot better in that level. I'm definitely walking. And I'll tell you what, as long as I keep adding beer, it's not that bad. So, so I've been for the last 2 days.
It's the cure-all.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Dude, we went through so much fucking beer here last night. It wasn't even funny. And it was not a lot of people here. There was me, Amy, John, Stephanie, John's brother, AJ, and my friend Scotty. And we went, what did we go through? 3 cases of beer? 3 cases of beer, a half a bottle of vodka, half a bottle of Crown Royal. And this is all between like, I don't know, 7 o'clock and maybe 1 o'clock.
And what did you mix the vodka with anything, or were you drinking it straight?
I wasn't drinking it. I actually, the only vodka I had, John had some kind of fucking watermelon, I don't know, whatever faggots drink. That's what he was drinking. Some like watermelon Kool-Aid shit. And he was mixing it with vodka. And I drank a little of that. And I took a couple of pulls off of the Crown Royal. But for me, it was just beers. You know, I was pounding beers from, I don't know. We started drinking beer yesterday. It might have been before noon.
Before noon?
It might have been a little before noon. We got here to the house and it was on. It was time to start partying, and we started partying.
Okay.
You know me. Once I get going, dude, it's all on.
Sure.
So yeah, we were going till, I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning, whatever time, and then we got right back to it today. Hair of the dog.
So now that you've burned through all that alcohol, you still got Sunday and Monday. So what's the plan for that?
Tomorrow we're going to the Indians game, although it looks like it's going to fucking rain. Of course it is. Why would it be? Why would it behave when I bought way too expensive tickets fucking a month and a half out? You know, why would it behave? But we're going to go to the Indians game tomorrow, and then we're going to go and, you know, we'll go somewhere downtown after for some dinner or something. You know, and then Monday I put her ass back on the plane and back to jerking my dick, I guess. I don't know.
Very nice. Well, what Memorial Day does not rain? I mean, I got some brother-in-laws and nephews and stuff who go to Indianapolis 500 every year, and It seems like it always rains.
It does. I don't know why it's like that, but you know, it just seems to do that every single year.
Exactly. Well, I have no plans aside from hanging out here at the house and just enjoying some peace and quiet.
As you do, as a respectable human being.
Yeah, well, you know what? I just, after a week of dealing with, and I got to tell you, you know the area that I work in.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the sirens were nonstop all day. The police, fire trucks, ambulances, all day long.
Chirac was in Fallujah mode?
Yeah, it was in full mode yesterday. Just cops flying up and down the road, 100 miles an hour, lights and sirens going all day.
Right.
I mean, it was crazy. This is like, I've never seen so much, you know, traffic where the emergency responders are concerned.
Right.
Just all day. I didn't hear any gunshots or anything like that, but I did see plenty of the Chicago police and fire department and ambulances. Well,
dude, that's good. You knew that you were protected. You knew that you were very well protected from that fucking violence that was coming at you.
Yeah, I didn't even check the news today to see what the body count was between yesterday and today.
Well, they're not going to give you that until Monday when they've got a
well,
good
no,
count.
they seem to give you a daily update on that. That as of Friday morning,
yeah,
noon on Saturday, there have been 18 shootings and 7 killings, and and then after the whole weekend, the long weekend is over, then they give you the whole tally of the whole weekend.
Right.
So over a 72-hour period, there were 88 shootings, 50 killings,
right,
kind of stuff. It's just crazy.
That's so funny.
It's crazy. I just kept watching all these police and ambulances running up and down the road, and I thought, I gotta figure out a game plan here. I gotta get out of this area.
Right. Like now. Can I do this job from anywhere else, please?
Yeah, no kidding. So
that's the worst part of it for you, because like 2 years ago, it would have been nothing. You could have been offered a job as a fucking, I don't know, the guy that kills cats at the fucking place to burn them up, and you'd have probably taken it just to get the fuck out of Chicago.
Yeah, exactly.
But now you have this like really good fucking job.
Yeah.
And it's like, you really can't just leave now, can you?
Well, not if I want to walk away from a 6-figure gig.
That's what I'm saying. You finally got the really, really pretty good. I don't want to say pretty good. You got a good gig. And it's like, after all the time that you dealt with those fucking turban wearing fucks and the fucking assholes in the fucking taxis and whatnot, you did all those fucking bullshit jobs, and right when you're on the cusp of actually getting the fuck out and going to move it to Pittsburgh or wherever it is that you want to live, then at that exact moment you get the good job where it's like, fuck, I can't leave.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful to have the gig, but boy, I'll tell you, I never anticipated, that living in this area was just going to become progressively worse. But I guess that's almost everywhere now, just things are so fucky everywhere you go, it seems.
Well, maybe it'll ease up once you start showing your true commitment to the city by starting that TV show that Carolina put out there. Maybe that'll make the rest of the community love you a little more.
Well, I'm not so concerned that anybody doesn't love me. I'm sure I'm just a blip on a radar, but still, I just don't see things getting any better.
No, you're ready to jump off, right?
Look at Nathan from Kentucky.
Yet, or do you want to hang for a little while longer?
Well, the thing is I'm gonna. Obviously, I'm in the Middle Ages now, so you got to make some decisions. That's gonna, you're gonna ride it out with whatever it is you decide at this point.
Right.
And
do you see yourself getting gunned down?
No, I'm not concerned about that.
Well, I mean, you're in. I'll say this: I don't, unless I have work to do, I would never visit you at work for lunch. Where are we going for lunch, Neely? Popeyes. No, we're not.
Yeah. I don't
no,
feel.
We're not.
I don't feel unsafe. It's just I'm surprised at the amount of activity that goes on.
Yeah. Well, dude, even when I was there, and that was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
3
2 years. No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, it was nonstop fucking sirens and whatnot. And here's a story I don't think we've told on the air. There was a day, I'm going to say it was roughly a year-ish ago, where you spent the whole day sending me videos of sirens going off and ambulances and fucking some goddamn city-sized building going up in smoke.
Yeah, it was a big fire that was taking place at a scrapyard.
Right.
Yeah, and it was just billowing smoke because all the cars and the trucks that were in the scrapyard,
right,
they still had gasoline in the tanks, and so as the fire spread through the scrapyard, it would just hit those tanks of gasoline and boom.
Yep. And I remember you were sending me these videos, and it's like, I'm watching this video, and it's like,
you could hear the explosions going off.
And my only response back to you like 8 times in a row was, dude, get the fuck out of there. And you were like, oh, no, it's okay over here. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You got shit blowing up all around you. And you're like, oh, well, it's safe here. What, that fucking fence is going to stop you?
Yeah.
That fence around your place is going to stop a bomb from killing you?
Right.
Ask those Ariana Grande fans how those fucking fences worked. Not too well.
No, not at all.
You know, those guys look like a fucking nail gun gone wild after a fucking Home Depot lost it.
Absolutely. Well, it's just the world we live in, unfortunately.
Yeah, no shit.
So, well, anyway, I don't want to bring everybody down with all the hate and the destruction and everything. I want everybody to have a pleasant holiday and,
sure,
you know, enjoy your time off if you have time off of work and, you know, do something fun. And so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to have some fun tonight.
Sounds good to me.
Not get too serious, not too heavy. In fact, we may just play a lot of tunes tonight.
All right, I'm out. See ya. I'm committed to.
I did that last week. The fans stepped up to the plate in the last 2 hours of the show, and they kept me very busy with the tunes. And I played a lot of tunes last week.
Well, I'll just tell you, if the fans want that again this week, I'm happy to step aside. You know, for the betterment of the fans only. You know, it's not because I have anything else better to do, but you know, if the fans really need that, I'm happy to step out.
Sure. We had gotten an email today from Ozzy Ace.
Okay.
And he said he's chomping at the bit to call in. So right. After the break, I would say, Ozzy, if you're listening to the show, that would be the time to call.
Okay.
Because he says he has a story to tell us.
All right, good.
And I'm interested in his story. And he said, I waited and waited to call last week, and I couldn't get through, and Toby got through. Does he have a direct line, and why is he so special, and I'm not?
Does he have a direct line?
Yeah, he asked if Toby has a direct line to the studio, and all the other schlubs have to, you know, use the other line.
Yeah, let me just reveal that. Everybody has a direct line. It's 800-497-5891. That is the direct line directly to Neely.
Right.
The problem, Ozzy Ace, is that Neely saw your number and was like, fuck that. I don't want to talk to that fucking creep.
Yeah.
He's that fucking weird diva thing. That diva fucking asshole sponge or whatever that was.
Yeah.
Have you used that yet?
No.
You haven't put that diva up your ass yet? In your asshole?
No.
No, not yet.
He says, Tony from Turkey got through and waited 45 minutes, he said, while I waited 145 minutes, and now he's getting a fucking direct line?
Yeah, pal.
So, all right, well, let's play a couple of tunes. I'm going to have my first adult beverage of the evening.
Yeah, me too, except for the other 8 that I've had so far.
You're in celebration mode, bitches.
Yeah, it's fun time. It's a party weekend.
It is a party weekend. I agree with you there. Well, since it's a party weekend, is there something you would like to hear?
I would like to hear, how's about some, can I play anything I want here?
Well, sure. What do you want to hear?
As long as it fits the show. How about if we go, do you have the Kip Winger solo album?
Let me see if I have that. JKK, Kip. It's
called Down Incognito.
Well, that's Winger.
Yeah, but no, the Kip Winger album is called Down Incognito.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Let's see if I put it in the old Winger catalog here. VW Winger. Here we go. Winger. There it is. Kip Winger, Songs from the Ocean Floor. Karma. Nope.
No. Fuck.
Better Days Coming. Down Incognito.
All right, then I'm going to change.
No, I have it.
Oh, do you have it?
Yeah, I have it open.
All right, then I would like to hear the acoustic version because I'm going to go all soft and pussy on the audience just to piss them off. I would like to hear the acoustic cover of Miles Away just because I like it.
Okay. Where's it?
And then after that, I'm going to pick both these songs. What do you think of that?
Oh, there it is. I got that. I got it lined up.
And then after that, I'll let you choose the exact song But I think something by the late Greg Allman would be good.
Yeah, that's interesting that he just passed away.
Yeah.
Just another one gone.
Ariana Grande concert. Is that what happened?
No.
No?
Nope. He just up and died.
Yeah, probably got sick of being here.
Probably.
It's like, fuck this. I've done enough drugs for one lifetime.
Yeah, enough drugs and alcohol. In fact, he had to get a new liver.
Well, you know, at least he put it to good use. Probably wore it out again.
Sure he did. All right, well, let's play some Wanger.
All right.
Some Kip Wanger.
Kip Wanger, baby.
All right, and this is for Chris, so here it is. This is Miles Away exclusively here.
On your Classic Metal Show.
Hi, this is Kip Winger, and you're listening to the Classic Metal Show. Stay tuned.